Salut! This is our final lesson on this comprehensive passé chapter, where we will be covering the second and last past special structure you have to know and be able to recognize for your GCSE, expressing the past structure of venir de plus infinitive. Qu'est-ce que c'est? What is this structure all about? Using venir de plus infinitive will allow you to mention an action just done. It is a way of speaking about a recent past, a past just finished. How does it work? It is very straightforward. You will need to use the verb venir de, to come from, at its present form. Don't forget the de. And then you need to add the infinitive of the verb you are interested in. C'est tout, that's it. So it is very simple and straightforward, but you will need to be careful in English because in your English translation, you will use the I have just plus participle of your verb. So in English, you will use the past tense. When we, in French, we will use a present tense for venir. Okay? So you have to keep that in mind. We will use the present tense for the verb venir de. Venir de being to come from. It is like saying, I come from doing this. Is the way we actually say in French. So I come from, je viens de, doing this. You've just done it in English. It's simple, it's just a different way of saying things. I understand it might be a little bit different and strange for you, but if you want to use this structure, it's what you will have to do in French. So remember, the French structure is taking the present of venir de, when you, in English, you use the past of the verb you are looking for, plus just, to express an action just done. Also, don't forget the little de, the preposition de, as the verb venir by itself is to come. But here we want to come from, and to come from and to come are two different things and two different verbs. And not using the appropriate form will change the sense of your sentence. Let's go through the present of venir de, to come from, together before having a go at some example. Venir de, just like venir, is irregular, as described in our generality module in this conjugation chapter. And we will conjugate it as I come from is, je viens de. Viens will be V-I-E-N-S. Same form for you, tu viens de, with an S. Il, elle, and on vient will take a T, so il, elle, and on vient de, with a T and not an S. Nous will do nous venons de, vous will do vous venez de, and finally il and elle with an S will do il and elle viennent de, V-I-E-N-N-E-N-T. And these are the only forms you will need to use in this structure. You won't need to use the verb venir de at any other tenses for this structure. It's only the present of venir de plus the infinitive. Now let's have a look at our example, je viens de lire un livre. You have the structure venir de au présent for the je form, corresponding here to I have just, with the infinitive lire, which is to read. Okay? So making our sentence all together, I have just read a book. Where to put our negation words ne and pas here in this two-verb structure sentence once again? You should be so used to it. We always normally sandwich our first verb when we've got a two-verb structure. But now you've got a verb including a preposition de. You've got venir de. So here you have to be careful. You will only sandwich the verb venir and you leave de after, making it je ne viens pas de lire un livre. Je ne viens pas de lire un livre. Okay? So you only circle vient, which is I did not just read a book. Et voilà. You know everything. I just wanted to clarify one little thing so you can avoid mistakes. I want you to understand that to come from, or venir de, which is needed in this special structure, is different from to come, or venir. I know it seems a little bit obvious, but de, it's such a little tiny word that it's very easily forgettable. And if you do forget it, this will change the entire sense of your sentence. So have a look at page 3, and you will be able to appreciate the difference it will make between using venir de and forgetting the de, which will make you use the verb venir by itself. As we have just established, on vient d'établir, je viens de lire un livre means I have just read a book. Action done, now part of the past. But forgetting the de in the same sentence will give you the sentence je viens lire un livre instead of je viens de lire un livre. Je viens lire un livre, which is also a correct sentence, but this one will mean I am coming to read a book, which is completely different than the structure we are looking for. So now we are not speaking about the same thing at all. We are not speaking about the past. We are speaking about something happening now. So please remember, forgetting the little de will change your structure and will change the meaning of your sentence. So have a try at the quiz. It will help you realize if you need to go back to your downloadable document or if you need to listen and view the video again. But if you are all good with this structure, remember all of these extra structure aren't compulsory, but they will make a huge difference to your grades if you can use them correctly. So make sure you can take advantage of this course, which is here for you, by learning how to use them all correctly and regularly. And you will see your grades will get better and will help with your exam. Merci beaucoup et à très bientôt dans la prochaine vidéo.